Hello again, Sagittarius. So before we begin your reading, I have two cards, and I like the story that's being told here. So from the Vampire, you pulled compassion, empathy, simpatico, and kindness. Now, this card says that this is an opportunity to change your mind about who has compassion within their heart and who is a caring being. Now, this to me could suggest that somebody may be coming through to help you right now who has some compassion for you. And this is also saying for you to have compassion not only for yourself, but others as well. And then this card also speaks about that you may have a fear about accepting help, that it might make you feel like you are being judged or that you're weak. And the reason why I mention that is because of what you pulled with Chakra Wisdom. In Chakra Wisdom, you pulled completion. Now, this one, I'm actually going to read the inspiration for this card so that you can kind of understand what's going on here. So it says, this is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including endings. Reflect upon your past and history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion, embrace it. This is about honoring your legacy, and this is a natural ending and something new that may be coming to you. So here I feel like, there may be some compassion coming through for you, going through this ending and this new beginning here. The energy coming through the Chariot, seeing that as a signifier is saying that, you have this momentum forward, but this is about needing to get control, using your willpower and your self-control. There may be this feeling like you're being pulled in two different directions here, but clearly you have some momentum forward going for sure. Oh, and in the past, so, maybe this completion here is talking about a really, overwhelming situation from the past being done with now. And now, again, you're getting ready to move forward. And then looking at compassion, again, it could talk about somebody coming through to kind of give you some help. So the Ten of Wands is like being overwhelmed, overburdened. And the problem with the person who's carrying all these wands is they can't see anything in front of them, which is no good when you have this momentum forward coming through here. So you're still bringing in this feeling of, being really overwhelmed. Oh, present conditions. Speaking of the past, judgment. Judgment is all about reviewing your past with joy rather than regret. This, to me, is saying that there's a need here before you move forward to be okay with your past and whatever situation was going on here that made you feel so overwhelmed. And again, completion is perfect with it because, the 10 is the end of the journey. Here is the completion. But before you move forward, again, you need to be okay with your past. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Nice. Very, very nice. This is not the first time I've seen this in this position. This is fantastic. So in future conditions, seeing the Magician and with the Chariot, it's like, yes. Here you're getting that self-control. And now you're wanting to create something new. So the Magician represents the thought. Before anything is created, it always starts with a thought. And the Magician is pulling from the divine source, and he's wanting to bring it down to earth to create something new here. So that's what you're doing. And it's going to be something big, big for sure. And it's good to see that judgment is there because whatever, overwhelming situation was going on in the past, it's like, you're like, that's okay. You're being wise about it for sure. Again, this is not the first time I've seen this. Your best path to follow. Now, Sagittarius, when it comes to your emotions, when they're hurt, you guys can be very blunt and very direct with your response. And this being your best path to follow is saying that you need to tap into your emotional, intuitive nature, which may be unfamiliar for you, but I feel like there's this need here to really tap into your emotions when it comes to what you're going after here, what it is that you're creating, and the momentum that you've got behind it. How are your emotions right now with the new grand adventure that's coming to you? And with compassion, yes. You need to have compassion not only for yourself, but for others who may be coming through to help you. My goodness. The influences around you, yes. The Six of Pentacles is all about being open to giving and receiving. And again, looking at compassion, it's, having... I feel like somebody's going to be coming through to help you, and there's this need to be open to it instead of looking at it as, they're judging me or they think that I'm weak, when truly they're not. They're just wanting to help you get through that, ending here and the new journey ahead. But there's this need to stay open right now. Oh, wow. And I like this for Sagittarius. I really do. Look at the heavy hitters you're pulling here. So the Hermit. Seeing that in your hopes and your fears, it's like needing to... you can see it both ways, because when you look at compassion and it talking about, really getting to see who has that kindness in their heart, the Hermit's like wanting to go alone. This is about taking that journey that's going to feed your mind and your soul. But, he's doing it alone. And it's like a hope and a fear. And, there could be... And I've seen this before, where the person that's involved shows up in the best path to follow. I mean, it's possible that there may be somebody coming through with some emotional backing that's like maybe wanting to help you here. But you're like wanting to charge forward. And it's like you're wanting to do it alone. Or you're fearing having to do it alone. But again, with the Hermit, that's about seeking the answers from within. And looking at that with your best path to follow, to me, this is suggesting that you need to look at your emotions right now. How is it that you're feeling? Yeah. Hello, Saggy. And the outcome is Sagittarius. Temperance. Temperance is all about getting that balance between your mental thought and your emotions. And it's like needing to be patient, because when you look at this, I mean, it's opposing, you're wanting this momentum forward, but it's like something is pulling you different ways here. And Temperance is saying we need that balance. We need that balance in our lives. And mentally you're like, I'm creating stuff here. There was an ending, clearly, and that's okay. Now I'm wanting to create something, and you're wanting to do it fast, but it's like, which way are you going here? And your best path to follow, and looking at Temperance, yeah. You need to get some balance when it comes to your emotions, and you definitely need to stay open to that. And open to that feeling of compassion, especially if you have people coming through that might be trying to help you right now when it comes to, the grand adventure that's being started here. Because, you've completed one part of your life, but it's like you're wanting to move away too quickly from that completion and start something else. And there's this need to get some balance with your emotions now. Wow, Saggy. So, definitely honor your legacy. Honor the things that you have done in the past, even though they may have felt like overwhelming. There's this need, though, to be open to the new journey ahead. But, it's like going too quickly here. And Temperance is like, wait a minute here. Let's get back to who we are and get that emotional balance. Instead of trying to do it alone, maybe you need to stay open to people coming in to help you right now. Okay, Saggy. So clearly there is an ending going on here. And you're okay with it. It's like you're okay with it. It may have been overwhelming, but you're okay. You're ready to move forward, and here you go. The problem here is that it's almost like you're wanting to do it a little bit too quickly because you've got all this momentum going on, but you're being pulled. And then Temperance showing up, yes, there is a need to stop here and get some balance between your emotions and your mental thought. There needs to be some balance here, definitely emotionally. Because there's this part of you that's wanting to do it alone, but compassion is saying that, you know, you may be looking at the people that are coming through to help you right now as like they're judging you, instead of what they're truly wanting to do is to help you, you know. And again, it's also about having compassion for yourself as well. You're needing some balance right now, and you're needing to stay open to that. But this being in your environment is good. It's saying that, you know, again, being the wise ones, you know that there needs to be some balance right now, especially with your emotions. And again, you know, you're going to find the answers that you're looking for. They may come from within, but, you know, looking at this in your hopes and your fears, it's like you're fearing that you're going to have to do this alone, but compassion is saying, no, you're not. And this is a chance to look at the people that are coming through to help you a little bit differently. Instead of thinking that they're judging you and thinking that you're weak, they're really truly wanting to help you with, again, the new adventure that's happening here. And you've got the momentum. You're like, yeah, I'm ready to go, especially with the Magician showing up. But just take a minute, and before you start charging off, get some balance, especially with your emotions. And if somebody is coming through with some emotional backing, stay open to them.